Will Ilia Topuria keep his undefeated streak alive against Justin Gaethje in the main event of the UFC White House event? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
I'm going to go Topuria. I like Justin Gaethje. I always love watching his style, but at the same time, he's closer to the end than the beginning, and Ilia Topuria is just in his prime. He's knocked out some of the best fighters in the world in his last couple fights, and you got Max, you have Max, you have Volkanovski, and then you also have Charles Oliveira. And honestly, just those three names alone, that's some serious star power right there. So I'm gonna go Topuria. I don't like this fight for Gaethje at all.
Oh man, Justin's my boy. I love Justin. It's gonna be a tough fight, man. Justin's got that get right, that act right punch in his hands, but he's gonna have to be able to land it. So I lean towards Topuria in that fight, but I'll be pulling for Justin for sure.
Ilia Topuria is, he is like the best right now in the one of the best in the UFC right now. He's on the different level than other guys, in my opinion.
Okay.
Gaethje, I'm calling for the upset. I just think that Justin. I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think that Justin's going to have to use every skill and every tool that he has in the bag, and he's got to avoid the power shots. But it's hard for me to root against Justin Gaethje at the White House in that setting with the stakes being that high.
I think Ilia, yeah. I think Ilia has good boxing, and he's, now he's in his, like, the top, his best time, so he's so confident. I think he will finish Justin Gaethje, but I like Justin Gaethje too, but
yeah, no. I can't do that. I'm not picking on this one. I'm not picking. I train with Gaethje. I'm excited. I'll see what he got, and obviously Ilia, I want to give my lick back on Ilia, so I'm just gonna be watching that one.
Gaethje.
I really am rooting for Justin, but damn, it's so hard to see Ilia just steamrolling through all of the legends of the sport and all of these guys that I guess I've seen as like the very top level guys, the Max Holloways, the Volkanovskis, the Charles Oliveras. I hope for Justin's sake that he's able to get that win, but damn, that's a tough test. And smart money's on Ilia, obviously, but I'm pulling for Justin for sure.
Yeah, I think people really underestimate Justin. I know Ilia's recency bias. He's the big name. He's the big dog. But I think Gaethje's going to surprise him. I think Gaethje gets him out of there. We've seen that Ilia can get rocked. We've seen that he can get hurt. I think Ilia wins a lot of fights before he even gets in the cage, and I don't think he'll do that with Justin. I'm going with Justin in the upset.
Man, I picked Justin Gaethje's last fight over Paddy Pimblett, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy, but Justin Gaethje's my dog. He coached me to a championship, my first championship ever. 3 fights in one night, the King of Sparta. And I'm going to have to go with Justin Gaethje.
I love Justin. He's a proper scrapper, isn't he? But I can't see anybody beating Ilia. I think his boxing just looks so crisp. He's got the takedown defense. He's got the takedowns if he needs it. I'm going to go say Ilia for that one, definitely. And they're both great guys to go and watch. But yeah, it's got to be Ilia.
Oh, Ilia Topuria, you know that. Ilia Topuria is like a phenomenal, one of those guys that they go any division and break anybody in there.
Oh, I want to say Gaethje, but yeah, I'm gonna go Gaethje. Yeah, fuck it, Gaethje.
I love both of them. I've studied both of them a lot, and both of them are two of the greatest fighters to ever live. But I'm gonna have to go with Topuria. Topuria, his ability to simplify things. He's a black belt. He can kick, he can do everything, but his ability to just simplify things to his hands and his positioning and his hard skills to get to where he's at right now, man, that's it's inspirational. So I'm gonna have to go with Topuria on that one, man. Topuria is a killer, and I feel like he hits harder. He hits very, very hard for the weight class he's in.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go Ilia. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go Ilia.
The edge. I mean, I go by. Look, Ilia Topuria has been knocking out a lot of people, bro. So I mean, it is what it is. But at the same time, Justin Gaethje is Justin Gaethje. So it's I'm not really a picker on choosing on who will win or fight. When it's those high level fights, it's like it's 4-ounce gloves. But I mean, Ilia Topuria has been doing what he's been doing. So
Gotta go with Ilia, man. He's untouchable. I haven't seen anybody get close enough to him to sway me any other way. Gaethje's tough, and he's down for the fight, but that's actually a problem. If you put that in front of Ilia, he's gonna capitalize on those holes and put his fist through your chin. So, yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards Ilia.
Ilia slimes him out, man. Ilia's gonna catch him. Ilia's gonna put Gaethje right where he wants him, and I think Gaethje's gonna oblige in trading with punches and stuff. And I think that's right up Ilia's wheelhouse. I think Ilia's gonna put him down and put him down bad, unfortunately.
I mean, unless Justin Gaethje can sneak a gun in there, no, I don't think he has a chance.
Oh, I mean, again, Gaethje just another savage guy, just a tough, durable, strong guy. But I feel like Topuria is going to take that one.
Ilia by vicious KO. Justin, though, man, there's a part of me that's rooting for him just because he's such a dog, and I love Justin Gaethje, one of my favorite fighters to watch, especially growing up. Such a huge fan, but yeah, I got to go with Topuria. I think he's one of the best fighters of all time.
Topuria?
Topuria all day.
Man, you can't do this to me, man. I'm a fan of the sport, man. It's gonna be a fun fight to watch. The UFC fight at the White House. Gaethje representing the USA. It's just hard for me to go against the USA, and I love Ilia. I love the boxing. Do I want to see that fight? Not really. But I'm just never count Gaethje out. He's a dog. He's in a swing. I'm pulling for Justin. I gotta go. I'm a fan of this one. I'm pulling for Justin.
Oh, you gotta go Topuria, man. That guy's just a level above all those guys.
I think Topuria is gonna knock him out for sure. Gaethje is super tough, very aggressive, good fighter, super tough. But I just think once again Topuria is on another level, and he seems to have dynamite, a little bit like Pereira in his hands. So I do believe that Topuria will win this one.
Man, you gotta get Gaethje respect. I mean, Gaethje is a dog, man. And Topuria, he undefeated, man. So you can't sleep on him either. He done knocked out 3 legends, and those legends is legends. They gonna be in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Them 3 Hall of Famers he knocked out. So I mean, you gotta respect the work. And that's a crazy fight. It's a good fight for real, man.
Who do you give the edge to in that one? Obviously, Topuria is the favorite. Do you think he'll get it done, or do you think Gaethje can pull it off?
Man, I mean, you can't never sleep on the underdog, man. You can't never sleep on the underdog, man. Gaethje a dog, man. It's gonna be a tough fight for both of them. I feel like,
yeah.
I can't even call it.
Topuria.
For me, that fight, to be honest, I think Topuria by more.
Yeah.
And I like Gaethje, but I really think Topuria by more.
I got to root for Gaethje. We're always over there at Onyx, and we've been coached and helped by Trevor and Gaethje and Sanhagen and all of them, and he's our Colorado guy. So I gotta root for him. That'd be such an awesome way to fucking go out there and win on the White House card, and defeat this Spanish boogeyman. That would be just such a crazy fucking thing in his career. That'd be so awesome. I have all the faith and believe that him and his team can get it done.
Oh man, Ilia Topuria. I put the house on it.
Topuria. That's crazy. Probably Topuria, I think. It depends. I mean, Gaethje's got that, that violence to him. If he really brings it, I just think he's got to be a little more technically sound on this one than he was against Patty. But yeah, I think Ilia is very calm, cool, collected. So he'll probably find what he wants to find eventually.
Man, I obviously want Justin to do well. I feel like we all are kind of our heart is with Justin. Ilia's a dope guy too, but the American on the White House card, we don't want to see
the main event, American get flatlined in the first round. You know what I mean? And, I feel like Justin, if he fights smart, it should be like a pretty competitive fight. But probably Ilia.
Topuria by KO.
I'm going Gaethje.
Man, I mean, crazy things happen because this is MMA, but I do not see how Gaethje could be successful against Ilia at this point. I think there's an issue when guys build a style around taking damage to get damage and outlasting guys in that game. They have a number later in their career. They're nervous. It's not just you get a glass jaw. Your nervous system has taken so much impact and damage that I don't even know if you have the same reaction times. You're like a Tony Ferguson style. Like it's like all of a sudden he slows down. But then you see guys like, was it Cub Swanson was like 41 in just his retirement fight and just looked so sharp. And it's like, it's not age that slows you down. It's damage that slows you down and damage to your nervous system. And so unfortunately for Gaethje, like when you have a Max Holloway who doesn't knock anyone out at 145 and comes up to 155 and knocks Gaethje out cold. And then you have Ilia Topuria, who his last 3 opponents have been guys, some of them even have beat Gaethje, and dropped Gaethje and hurt Gaethje. And now you have the heaviest handed lightweight we've had in a long time, who is very, very good at getting position against a guy who's built his whole style off of taking one to give one at the end of his career too, where it's like, I don't know that his chin's going to hold up against his power. And I don't know that he's going to be able to take risks like he does in front of Ilia. Like Charles tried to like be that like super aggressive in your face, and that's not the way to approach Ilia. I would assume a first round KO for Ilia on this. I think this is a great fight for Ilia.